G'day and welcome back to Duckzorly Gaming and episode 3 of our early access preview on the upcoming Penberlan Deluxe from Dusty Dave Modding. Okay, so where are we up to? So as you can see, the rain's hit, so we're still on day 1, 4:20 in the afternoon, early spring, and the rain has hit obviously, but we've finished ploughing and seeding. Where are we going? Fields 9 and field 3. So we've got field 3, we've got some wheat. Field 9, we've got some sugar beets. And field 2, we're going to we're going to seed next. But in the interim, I thought what we might do is we might try and get a bit of money back. So we've come up to field 20, and we're going to run a couple of quick missions on a couple of the fields. So let's give it a go. So we're going to get $2,126 for what are we doing? Some spreading some muck around on the field. So let's give it a go. Alrighty. So we've got this nice big John Deere 9RT. So let's get him going. This shouldn't take us very long at all, I would imagine. Alright. So the missions will be an integral part probably initially, just to gain us some extra money. So while we're waiting for things to happen, we'll get some missions done. So first things first, we'll unfold. And we'll get ourselves in a position, because it is fairly wide. We need to and one of the things you'll see is the undulation that's in this this field too in a minute when we start off. As we get in position. Okay. Running. Righto. Off we go. Yeah, so as you can see, we've got a bit of undulation in this this field down through here, so it sort of really drops off through here. That's okay. So we might just set our cruise control, and we'll just meander around the map. Yeah, so with this map, obviously, and our cruise control didn't hold, did it? There we go, that's better. Obviously, when we're sort of doing a career-based game in Farming Simulator, and if the map supports the missions can be an effective way to gain some extra money, but it all depends on the value that's weighted on the work you're doing. So on some of the maps, it can be very profitable and really gives you a bit of a kickstart, but on some others you're basically wasting your time, because it's just not, the bang for buck is just not there. So but on this one, $2,100 for doing this field isn't too bad. So so we'll give that a go and see where we go with it. Sorry about that, I was in another world there. I was concentrating something else and forgotten I was recording. But anyway, let's keep going. Alright, so that's pretty much got our header done. And as you can see, we're almost halfway done now anyway, so not going to take very long at all, and hopefully we might even get a little bit more than the 21-26, although I'm not sure how it all works now. I think it changed a bit in one of the patches, but you used to get a bit of a bonus for doing it quicker than the time that was given to you to get the mission done. So in any case, yeah, so we'll probably utilise the missions a little bit in this map. Not just the fact of making some money, but just to show that they're actually working, and the fact that we can actually use that to fill in some of the void time, for the want of a better term, while we're playing seasons. I know in other series I've never actually done that. I've never sort of gone back and done any missions during the gameplay. I've always found something else to do on the map during that low time, whether it be winter or whatever else. But yeah, so that's what we'll do. We'll start using these missions and see what we can do, these jobs. Plus it also means we get to use a bit of different equipment again. As we say, a bit of variety is like a holiday. So yeah. A little bit offline there. That's okay. A bit of overspray or underspray is not going to make a difference. The missions are fairly liberal in that regard. I think you end up doing probably realistically about 90% of the field, and it will give you the completion for the mission. You never have to actually cover every square centimetre of a field or anything else like that. It's a high proportion, and like I said, I guesstimate it's about 90% of the field. Or thereabouts gives you the completion. So if when you are doing a mission, for those that are relatively new to the game, if you are, you don't have to worry about covering every little section. Like, so if you leave a little bit of section, like in a turn or in one of the runs up or down the field, you don't have to necessarily worry about going back and getting it. Just keep on going, and you'll find that you'll complete the mission qualification or criteria anyway. So you'll be all good. So obviously our rain is set in a little bit at the moment. Let's bring up, oh no, that's right, we lose that because we're on mission. I think the next couple of days we're supposed to have some fine weather, so that means we can just continue on. Not, again, like I said before, the rain doesn't really affect us in seasons, unless we're actually harvesting. That's when it becomes an issue. So we'll be okay. Alright, so we've hit over the 75% mark now. So this run will probably go very close to finishing for us. As you can see, we're going to need basically 2 runs to finish the field, so this will give you a good idea as to what rough percentage you need to complete the criteria of the mission you're doing. Now the other thing is too, remember when you do the missions, you do get different equipment for each mission you do. So, and like if you come to a mission and then you don't like the equipment that's on there that's offered, you can escape back out of it again, then come back to the mission again, and it will more than likely give you different equipment to use. Like it'll change the tractors around, or maybe change the slurry spreader or whatever tool you're supposed to be using to a different type that's available. So certainly something for you to think about as you're going along and doing these. Alright, so we'll probably have to do just a little bit of this next row, seeing as we've had a bit of overspray, so that won't have been recorded. So a little bit down the track, and then we'll see how much money we've made. Almost there. Very close now. Yeah, so it's probably a little bit more than 90%, maybe 95% looking at it now. Maybe it's been tightened up a bit. Okay, there we go. So we got 21.26 with no time bonus extra. Oh, that's quite rude. Anyway, all right. Bit of extra money, that's okay. So we've now fertilised that field. Okay, while we're up here, let's go and have a look over here. We've got any missions over here. 1,487 to do that one. So we've got a Challenger MT 700E and a Premium Integral 2 there. So we'll escape out of that, come back in again. And as you can see, so it's changed the equipment over. So you've now got a T8 with a weight and a slurry spreader. And again, come back in again, back to the MT 700E. Okay. And again, so there you go. So that gives you the indication of how things get changed up for you, but the value hadn't changed, I don't think. Alrighty, so let's go and we'll head back down to the farm, and we'll come up and we'll sow some seeds on field 2. We've got the tractor over here now, so I go and mute the other computer. Okay. Oh, he's sitting here with an end run. That's a nice place to fuel. All right, so we've already sown wheat and sugarcane. So what we might do in this one, we might put some canola down. All right, so let's go. And again, we'll probably do a little bit of this field, and then we'll cut the video short there because it'll take us a little bit of time. It's not a really big field, this one. It will take us a little bit of time to finish this one off. So we'll probably do 2 headers or so, and then we'll cut short. Okay, so just a reminder about our 2 wonderful communities to join up. As I just set our cruise control. I'll just make this turn first before I start talking about other stuff. Okay, so yeah, just a friendly reminder about our 2 wonderful communities you could join up, and they are the 3 Dudes Gaming Network and PCSG. Both communities are wonderful sim gaming communities, so feel free to go check them out. The links to both of those are down below in the comments, and you won't regret joining them. Joining them is free. Both have dedicated multiplayer servers that are available for their members to play on. And both areas have some wonderful YouTubers, personalities, and in general community members you can get along with. So so please make sure you go check them out. Like I say, you won't be disappointed. It's a wonderful set of groups. And the other thing to talk about is you may or may not have seen, I've got and I'll put a link up on this video. The Roper DLC is going to be out soon. Now, I also did at the same time, I've done a mini documentary on Roper and their equipment and where the company came from and its origins, all that sort of stuff. I don't think the Roper DLC is going to be really worthwhile unless, as I've said in a couple of videos, unless they throw in a couple of things that they haven't already told us about, so some extra equipment. Because you can already get a wonderful Panther 2 and a Tiger 6 Roper beet harvesters from the Mod Hub, which are made by a modern, I can't remember his name at the moment. So I don't really see the need. The other equipment you're getting out of the pack is just not, to me, worthy of spending that money. A little bit disappointing in a way. But at the end of the day, it's entirely up to you as to whether you want to spend your money on that. And I mean, ultimately, I will probably look at buying those if they come up on special on Steam or something at some point later on. I certainly don't intend on buying those out of the box. But it's something that's coming, and probably most notably, particularly for you guys that are on console, is it's part of your lifetime subscription if you've got that. so you don't have to pay for that that DLC, as I understand it. So so yeah, but anyway, that's on the immediate horizon. The other thing I noticed today is Giants have put out a, I think it's on their forum, they've actually put a call out for what would you like to see in Farming Simulator 19. So head over there and give your opinions and your thoughts as to what should be in Farming Simulator 19. Now I know Daggerwin did a video on top 10 things or something to go into Farming Simulator 17. I'm probably not going to do a video per se on it, but pardon me, I've said a few times about the general things I would like to see in Farming Simulator 19, and we might talk about it in the next episode, or I might have talked about it in another video, either way. But certainly things like integrating seasons into the game as a part of the game would be a start, and certainly fixing the rain that goes through the roofs of buildings, that would be another thing to fix. But yeah, so what about you guys? What do you think should be incorporated into Farming Simulator 19? Because we're not that far away, really. I mean, obviously they've started development of it. They'd have to be pretty much close to being able to put out for sort of like an alpha test, because historically they released it last quarter of the year prior to the naming rights. So basically, being Farming Simulator 19, they'll release it last quarter of 2018. So development in that would have been well and truly underway, you would imagine. So so yeah, so obviously this call to what features may just be stuff they want to add in extra. Whether, now I guess the other thing is too, have they got a new engine? Like, are they using a new graphics engine to develop Farming Simulator 19? All those sort of things are going to come up shortly, and it'll certainly be very interesting. For me, having not played this game genre or series prior to this version, it will be very interesting to me to see how they react and how they go to the next series. In a way, I probably should have gone back to Farming Simulator 15 and had a bit of a look as well, and seen what the differences are, but time and all that sort of stuff doesn't sort of allow that much of a luxury at times. But yeah, so yeah, leave your comments down below of what you want to see in Farming Simulator 19, and what we might do is, for those comments that get left down below, we will recap those in the next episode and have a bit more of a discussion about those, and probably discuss the merits of them and all that sort of stuff. So feel free to leave your comments. I certainly make sure and try and answer every comment that is on any of my videos, and certainly try and do it as quick as I can, and I certainly appreciate those that leave comments, so please for your boots. The other thing is too, I'd like to sort of mention, I haven't mentioned it very much, but this channel is a G-rated channel, always has been, always will be. I have mentioned previously that part of the reason why I do this, and I will continue to do this, is my son and my daughters of recent get a lot of enjoyment out of watching the videos that we put out. So hello to my young kiddies. They know who they are without naming names. But yeah, so they enjoy it. So that's part of the reason why I do it, because I know then that they have got something safe to watch. No vulgar language, all that sort of stuff. They're not being exposed to anything like that. So just my silly personality and humour, which they get enough of anyway. So so yeah, so it will always be G-rated. So if you have your kids or your grandkids that are interested in watching gameplay videos but not necessarily listening to the draw or whatever else, then feel free, because I can assure you that you won't have any vulgar language or anything else on this channel, because I'm certainly not going to have my son and daughters exposed to that, basically. So anyway, so what we'll do is we'll end this episode here, and we'll continue on and finish the other half of this field, and we'll come back to you in day 2 game day 2 of early spring on Penberlan Farm Deluxe. So again, thank you to Dusty Dave for giving us the opportunity to play this map early, and I look forward to seeing you all next here on Duckzorly Gaming and Penberlan Farm. So until then, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening or night, no matter where you are in the world, and until next time, we will see you very, very soon. See you later. Bye.